Good morning everyone, how are you guys? I'm doing pretty good. It was my birthday yesterday, so I had fun with my friends. We went to the cinema and saw Deadpool 2, which was awesome and really funny. And I got quite a few presents and good wishes from people as well. I'll do the shout out and then I'll get on with this video, and the shout out is for Sheepboy255. So, this video is about quite a rare toy I had when I was a kid, and these are Pocket Pets Huggy Pups. And they came out in 1996. And funnily enough, little story behind this, I was thinking of the advert for them, the commercial that was on TV. I was thinking about it the other night, and I thought, oh, I wonder if anyone's done, posted that advert on YouTube. So I came to YouTube, and I had a look, and I found there was nothing on Huggy Pups, nothing at all on these toys on YouTube. So I thought, okay, maybe there's some stuff around the internet. So I did a Google search, and I looked around, and all I found was on the forum Ghost of the Doll. Someone was asking what these little puppies were called. They couldn't remember the name, so someone said, well, these were Pocket Pets Huggy Pups, and they weren't sure who they were made by or anything like that. And they also said that they were only released in the UK, which was quite a useful bit of information. Now, I knew I had a big collection of these. In fact, I've got pretty much all of the ones that they released, I think. Judging by the different families on the back of the box, on the back of the package, and I happen to have, as you can see, the backing card from the package there, I had every family that was on the back, including a dog that I sent in for. So a little bit about these toys. As I said, Pocket Pets Huggy Pups. They were made by Bluebird, the same people who made Polly Pocket, and they were only released in the UK, and their release date was 1996. That's what it says on the back of the backing card. It might have been 97, but the backing card does say 96. So basically you got these little puppies, and they've got little plastic heads and beanbag bodies with little beans inside, and they came in all these different colours. They were quite 90s, as you can see, and I thought they were quite eye-catching and cool, which is why I like them, and that's why I amassed so many of them as a child. Now, my first ones that I had were these little green ones. They're Mum Dog and a family of green puppies. Try and get that to focus on it. It's not really focused. There we go. It's focusing on it. Now, another thing about these is the mouths open. This is literally the only thing they did. The mouth opens by pressing it, okay? So what you can actually do is, if I get this here, you can get the mum to hold the babies by their tail. It doesn't really work very well. Like this. So that she will hold the puppy like a mother dog holds the puppy. Except mother dogs don't actually hold them by their tails. They pick them up with a scruff of the neck. But anyway, that is literally the only thing they do. So, having a look here at this backing card. Now, I went and had a look on eBay, and I found a couple of sellers had some Huggy Pups for sale. There weren't very many. There was only 2 listings, and I think they're not up there anymore. I think they were bid on and they've gone. And they went for about £3 each. So, it was a very bright retro packaging. You can see Bluebird up there, the company that made them. And it says that they're new, and it says there's hundreds to collect and care for. And that actually says they're little softies underneath. The corner is missing, and I'll tell you why the corner's missing in a minute. And this here is like a swapper pup thing, which I'll tell you about in a minute. So, on the back of it, we've got a big collection of Huggy Pups. The Patch family, Dalmatian family, Jazzy family, Star family, Paws family, and Freckle family. And those are all the families that I actually have. And I think they did do some kind of like variations on how the dogs look. For example, the picture of the Jazzy family on here, some of them have green ears. Mine came with, like dark green ears. Mine came with all pale green ears. This one here, to make him look different, I got a permanent marker and I painted his ears. So, it said there are so many colours to collect, which is kind of a lie. There was only 6 colours to collect. That was it. So it says here, Huggy Pups are squashable, squeezable and huggable, just like having your own pet. There are so many things for them to do. You can make them sit up, lie down, pick them up or carry them around. Again, it's a bit of a lie. You couldn't really do much with them. Huggy Pups are full on fun. Each one has its own personality, and there are so many different colours that no 2 families are the same. The pack contains a mum and her 2 pups, which she can pick up in her mouth, and a special accessory. Look out for all the other Huggy Pups characters and collect them all. Now, so you've got here the names of the mums: Bouncy, Nosy, Perky, Smiley, Cheeky and Floppy. And I have all of them. And you've also got here the information: 1996, Bluebird Toys UK Limited. And Bluebird, as we know, is no longer going. And you've also got this here, Swap-A-Pup. Now basically, you got a mum and 2 puppies here. And on here you've got a separate bubble-packed little dog that you could cut out and swap with your friends if you wished. Now none of my friends had them, so I didn't swap any of my pups, which is why I've got so many. This here is missing because it was a token. And with this token you could send in for a uniquely shaped mum dog. And this is the uniquely shaped mum dog that I got. And the reason she's uniquely shaped is because she's got a longer body than the others, as you can see. I don't know how many people sent in for one. The faces are actually the same on these two. They're just different colours. So that was the thing for that. Now, when I was a kid, I really wanted them to do more of them. I wanted them to do Huggy Cats and Huggy other things. But they only have released 1 wave of these, and you're looking at them. This is, as far as I'm aware, the only wave they ever released. And as for the little plastic accessories, they varied. You've got a tiny basket that you can sit them in. And you've got a little kennel. I've got a couple of little kennels actually, which looks like that. It's a little plastic kennel. And for the longest time I had no idea what this was. What do you think it is? You can probably tell, can't you? What it actually is like a school satchel. There's a pocket at the front, and you can see there's the flap at the back that would go over the top, and inside is a ruler and a pencil. So the dog sits inside there. Like that. Yeah, I didn't know what it was. To be honest, when I was a kid I thought it was a piano, but the dog sat inside. You've also got a little box, cardboard box. Well, it's not cardboard, it's plastic, but you know. And they actually made it so it was bent like that, and a little bit chewed at the edge to make it look more realistic. And then finally I've got a couple of these. Pick one up without knocking everyone over. A bathtub, complete with bubbles. And what's the date on that? Yeah, BBT 96 China, that's what it says on the bottom there. If it will focus. Probably too close. There we go. So, BBT, Bluebird Toys, 96, made in China. They didn't really stand up very well, half of these dogs. So it says you can sit them down and lie them down and sit them up, and we'll have a go here. Is he going to sit up? Or she? No, not really. You can pick them up and carry them around though, obviously. But yeah, the back of the packaging makes them sound more exciting than they really are. But they were fun little things to collect, and I enjoyed collecting them. And a lot of them had a sort of like similar sculpts to one another. You know, the faces were kind of the same. This one here is quite cute. Its tongue's sticking out. Although it might be better to show you one of these with its tongue sticking out so you can actually see it, because on the red one it's all the same colour. So I'll take the camera off, because this is probably, well, I know it'll be the first video on YouTube that's to do with these. So I'll take the camera off so you guys can have a closer look at them. There you go. There they all are. To be honest, I'm quite proud of this collection. I'm also really glad that my parents didn't throw out my toys like some other people's parents have done. I know I've got a few friends who say, oh yeah, my parents threw out all my old toys. And they really regret it, because I don't think these are worth anything, and I don't want to sell them anyway. But sometime in the future you might have something that's quite rare and special and want to show it to people. So Don't let your parents throw out your toys if you can help it, kids. You might grow out of them, in which case put them all in a box, put them in the attic, and come back to them later. Trust me, you won't regret it. I've still got my Sylvanian familes, my Littlest Pet Shop, my puppy in my pocket, all my favourite things from when I was a kid. And one last thing I'll show you. Put the camera back on the tripod there. There we go. Is they had little labels on them, as you can see here. I can get it to focus on it again. There we go. Huggy Pups. Now I think it's only the mums that had these on. Pocket Pets. And this is why on that forum I went to, they didn't really know who made them. And to be honest, I was surprised when I looked out the backing card and I found out that it was Bluebird Toys, because they are obviously a very well known company. I thought it was some little, like, not very known company that made these guys. So yeah, I was pretty surprised about that. And I think the hundreds to collect and care for thing is like they varied. They did variations on them. So for example, this one here's got a little hairdo, these ones don't. And then they might have given a yellow one that hairdo, so it looked a bit different. But the colours were always the same. There was always these 6 colours. And of course, I don't know how many different types of the unique ones there were, because I only ever sent in for one. I can't remember how much it cost. I think it was free, but you had to save several tokens for it. I honestly can't remember. Anyway, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed looking at these guys, and I'm very happy that I still have them. So if you want to see any more videos of any of the toys that I had when I was a kid, I have done a few, so they'll come up in the boxes just below right now. And this is Silver signing off. I'll see you all next time for another video.